Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday, it's the end of another week. We've got some new mods, we've got some updates. The updates are the map Michigan Farms map by Taylor Farms and Salty Shorty, and the map Frankenmuth Farming map by Taylor Farms. Both of those don't need new save games. Changelog isn't extensive. Worth having a look if you're playing on those maps or you want to play on those maps, but no new save game is required. The MAN TGS Agri version by MW Mika 3615, The Buildings of Norway by Ola Haldor, and the VDI Sheds and Storages by Vertex Design have all had updates in front of me. We've got a fast food chain, Fuchsi. This is by SoSi-Modding, 9.91 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 55,000 to buy. It is a fast food restaurant but a sell point as well. Lighting is automatic. With the sell point being around the back, just there. So you will find it under build mode, productions, sell points, just there. Slot count will come down from 14 to 1, and those are all the various different things that can be sold. I think there is a list in the description. Potatoes, eggs, milk, flour, bread, cake, butter, cheese, sugar, honey, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, raisins, grape juice, lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries, chocolate and cereal. So, McFuxi, fast food restaurant and sell point. Very nice. That's by SoSi-Modding. Next we've got the pack of buildings from Felsbrunn. We have 3 here. This is by BarT, 44.59 megabytes download. We have got the shed, 8 slots, 30 grand to buy. We've got the barn, 26 slots, 100,000 to buy. And we've got the big house, 36 slots and 180,000 to buy. There's no lighting on the barn. If you played on Felsbrunn, the original version or the newer version, you will recognise the building, the shed. There's no access to any of this. I always thought that on the first Felsbrunn, you had this lovely ornate building, and I'm sure somebody modded one of these to give you access, but you can't get into the building at all apart from this bit. There's no lighting in here either. That's weird because the door's kind of partially opened, but you can't open any of the rest of the doors on it. It's just literally the buildings. And then we have got the farmhouse itself. As with the original, we can go into the hallway, the entranceway, which is where our sleep trigger is, and we can go into the kitchen here. There's not a wardrobe trigger that I haven't found one anyway. We can't open this side door, it's just the sleep trigger. But we do have a garage round to the side. So, build mode, under sheds, just there. Slot count will come down to 1 for the shed, come down to 2 for the barn. As I said, 30 grand and 100,000. If we go along to our farmhouses and we come this way, slot count will come down to 2 and 180 grand for the farmhouse. That's the pack of buildings from Felsbrunn by BarT. Next we've got these by OmaTana. Now recently in the update preparing for the Gportal DLC, which comes out on Tuesday the 21st, next Tuesday. Some people have got early access to it already. I got early access on PC, but obviously I'm playing console, so I'm waiting for it to come out on console. That comes out for everybody on Tuesday. So in preparation for that, there was an update recently, 1.9, and as part of that update, Giants put in under silos this new building here, the Bale and Pallet storage, 29 grand, 7 slots. I did a review on that and a talk about the update 1.9. So this is from OmaTana, and it's the same thing. It's using the same premise. Pallet and bale storage, 7.36 megabytes download. They're 5 slots each and 10,000 each rather than 29 grand. They will hold 250 bales or pallets. You can mix and match, as with the previous, like I say, the quick review I did of it the other day, the Giants version. So I've got a mixture of regular bales. Now you can't go into the building. That's where you get stopped. But you can mix pallets and you can mix bales. I've got some standard in-game bales. I've got some liftable bales from the liftable bales pack. This side I've got, if you've got the Platinum DLC, I've got Platinum DLC prefab walls along with some raisins in that one. So you can mix and match. The lighting I think is automatic. I haven't found a light switch. What I like about this as well is the offload is outside. The Giants one is just inside the door. So if you've got an auto-load trailer or you've got a trailer with bales on, you can just drive over this and it will automatically take them off. You haven't got to unload the trailer necessarily to do that. But as with the other one, under build mode, silos, just there, slot count will come down to 1 for any subsequent one you place. If we come to this trigger here and click on it, it tells you what you're in there. So we've got our pallets, that's a part pallet. We've got 4 pallets of raisins at 1,000 litres, prefab walls, 1 partial and 2 normal, and we can pull these out 1 pallet at a time, 2 pallets at a time, all of them, some of them, none of them. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. So if we do a prefab wall, let's take 1 of those out, 1 out of 2. Click start, it will pull 1 out, then we can grab it, take it off to do whatever we want, or if we decide actually we didn't want that, we can push it back in just over this point here and it will go back in again. If we come to this side, because we've got bales in here, it will tell us the bale sizes, how many we've got. So hay bales at 8,000 litres, straw bales at 9, wall pallets, and then I've got round bales 7,500 litres. They're the liftables. If I take out 1 of those, as you can see with the lovely wrap, liftable bales, and then I've got the standard in-game ones. If I go back to the hay, let's pick 1 of those, get that out. I won't be able to pick that one up because that's not liftable. You can cut open the bales as you normally do. So what we can then do is either with bale forks, bale spikes, big bag handlers, auto-load trailers, whatever you want to use, you can come by, pick up whatever you've got, you can take it and put it into a different one of these storage bins. As you can see, it's all there. Again, I thought I would double check, try with a few different things. I've got pallets that I bought from the main store. I've got pallets that I put into an auto-load trailer, so this auto-load trailer here, which is SoSi-Modding, I think it might have been, and got it from a Buy Anything silo. So we've got a real mix of various different pallets for various different things. But I like the fact that if you've gone for a different colour wrap, it keeps the wrap the same, it's not going to change it. There you go, take it off there, puts the bale back in. If I take my prefab wall, I can put it back into the other one. Now, as I said, with the Giants version of this, I haven't tested every single pallet on every single pallet mod. There are absolutely loads, but it might not be a bad idea if you want to try some out to have a test map, have a try if there's a particular one you wanted to particularly use or try. But I have tried a variety of various different things and it seems to work pretty well. And the same with the standard Giants one, the fact you can mix and match your bales and your pallets and various different types of bales and pallets all together, I think is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say about those. They work well, they're a cheaper alternative. That's the pallet and bale storage by OmaTana. Next, we've got this. I haven't got any snow, but this comes under winter equipment. This is the RTS3000 by Team Vidhostice. 3.1 megabytes download, 3 slots and 3 meters wide. If we come down to there and come down to our winter equipment, just there, the Radless 3 meter, 6 grand. We can change the design from that with those and those or off. Main colour, anything on that pallet there. We can't adjust it, it is fixed. We can raise and lower it, but it is at an angle already, so as you drive forward in the snow, it will push the snow out to the side. It sort of slides it along there and out to the side. We can raise and lower automatically, lift and lower, but if you find it's raising your back wheels off the ground a little bit, we have got some manual adjustment as well, so you can get it just so it's touching the ground, nice and snug. And away you go for your snow clearing. That's the RTS3000 by Team Vidhostice. Next, we've got this added in too. Now, this was out in a mod review I did, when was it? A little while ago. This is by Hispano. Now, this does require previous components from the previous release. Now, this was the grain containers. Today, we've got the tank containers. And it does say under the description, to handle these containers you will need the Lizard Crane's SMV4531 TC5 mod, which is this one here. You can use the container trailer pack, which I've got underneath this, or any trailer that has tension straps. It doesn't have to be this one. It does mate with this one really nicely, sits on it and you can lock it down and it all works really nicely. But if you've got a flatbed trailer or a trailer that's got tension straps, you can do that. But to lift it and maneuver it around, you are going to need the Crane, the 4531 TC5. So various different options on the tank. So this is for your liquids, going up in different widths, different capacities. Now the same as it was with the grain containers, if depending on what size tank you go with will depend on what size trailer you're going to need, and it will also determine what adjustment you need to make on this, because we've got options for, I'll say 20, 30 and 40 feet, or 25, 35 and 45 feet. So it will depend what one of those you go for. Now I have found in going through these in the options, some of the tanks don't have the decals on. Most do, but some are missing some, I think, unless I've just made a mistake there, but we will have a look. This one is, you've got standard and you've got unreal capacities. This one at the moment has got 240,000 litres of milk in it. So we will find these under miscellaneous, is where you'll find the containers themselves. Under vehicles and wheel loaders is where you'll find the crane, and then under trailers is where you find the trailer backs, but you don't have to worry about those. This is what we're focusing on today. So the 20 foot and 25 foot trailer, these are 9 slots and 11 slots. So the 20 foot, you've got 20 foot real, 23,800 litres. Unreal, 120,000 litres. You've got the 20 foot high cube real at 27,500. Unreal, 130,000. You've then got the 25 foot real, 30,400 litres. Unreal, 140,000. Then you've got the high cube real, 35,200, and unreal, 150,000 litres. So it will depend what version you want. And again, like I say, you want to put your trailers. I mean, if you've got a very long trailer, you might be able to put 2 of these on to a standard trailer if you want to do that. So we've got decals, we've got lizard, or we've got farming simulator, or no. I'm going to go with the lizard because there's an option for decals coloured down the bottom. So structure colour does the frame around the outside. Tank colour, you've guessed it, does the tank colour. Colour design does the top sections, and on some of the other tanks there's some other little bits on there, but those 2 top sections, if I put those on orange, you can see those have changed. And then decals colour, let's go for, it needs to be something that stands out, let's go for red, there we go. So we can change the decal colour. If you've got the farming simulator logo rather than the lizard logo, that decal's colour won't change anything. So that's why I changed it onto that. If we then move on to the 30 foot and 35 foot, 36,400 litres, unreal at 170,000. Now the high cube, this is where I found I haven't got a decal. We've got a decal on the end, but not on the side for the high cube on this one. I can change it to lizard and farming simulator on the end or off, but on the side there's nothing showing. I will check the other side just to make sure. Yeah, there's nothing showing. We've then got the, yes, the high cube real is at 42,500, unreal 180,000. Then the 35 foot real is 42.8. Unreal 190,000. Then we go to the cube again and we lose the decals. So it seems to be the high cube versions that the decals aren't showing on this particular one. 50,100 litres, Unreal 200,000 litres. Back to our 30 foot real. Same options for structure colour, tank colour, colour design. If I change that, there's 3 hatches on the top of this one rather than the 2. And then the decals colour, we can change that as well, like so. If we do have the decal showing, we can do farming simulator or lizard on that. Then we move up onto the larger size, which is the 40 to 45 foot. Real 49,200, Unreal 220,000 litres. Then we go to the high cube again, we lose the decal. 57,400, Unreal 230,000 litres. Then we go to the 45 foot real, 55,500 litres, Unreal 240,000 litres. The high cube 64.7, Unreal 250,000 litres. But I didn't pick that one because it didn't have the decals and I wanted to show the decals. But like I say, you still got them on the end, but I haven't got them on the sides on the high cube versions. All exactly the same. I think on this one though, if we change the tank colour, let's go for yellow for example, that whole top section rather than just hatches will change, and the supports underneath will change colour when I change the colour design. So I go for, let's say, pink. So underneath the wedges and the whole top section will change colour on the much bigger one. So what we will do to unload it, if you've got it on this particular trailer, but you don't have to have it on this particular trailer, If I open twist locks, that unlocks those twist locks at the bottom, will allow it to be removed. If I go to detach, that has now detached it from the trailer, so it's ready to be lifted. Attaching it, just press attach and it will lock it back onto the trailer again if I want to do that. And I come around to my big old beastie. Now I have got this set at the moment. I need to open that up. Like so. And then open cover. Does that. So that should take it all out to my 40 foot? 45 foot. We've got all our tilt. Like I said, this is not a review of the actual crane because I did that the last one. It's more the tank, but it's just show you. Now you can attach it from here, but if you want to be a bit more realistic, you can come a little bit further down. Attach it. Up we go. Off we go. Then we can put it down in the farmyard next to wherever your milk tank, your dairy is, whatever you want to do. The smaller ones, the larger ones. If I detach that now. There we go, we're good to go. And then putting it back onto the trailer is just the reverse of that manoeuvre, so to speak. I do like, I mean, they're really well made and they look fantastic as well. So, there we go. That's the tank containers by Hispano. This one's got milk in it. That's what I was going to say, sorry. Under miscellaneous, these will take diesel exhaust fluid, they will take water, milk, herbicide, liquid fertiliser, slurry and digestate. So you can use it as a side tank sitting by a field if you're doing a lot of slurry spreading. 250,000 litres potentially of slurry or digestate sat by the side of the field or storage at your farm, whatever you want to do. There we go. Tank containers by Hispano. Moving on from there, let's just turn that off. We've got this. This is the RusAgroTeh PS-20B by RusAgroTeh. 10.71 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. What I have done is gone for the silage option just to double check, as I always do with trailers. This one in its silage configuration will only do forage crops. Forage crops now take top mix ration as well, so I've got top mix ration in there. So if you want it to take all the grain crops and all the crop types, it suggests you want the 2 sizes down from this. This is 30,000 litres. And its silage configuration, it will only do forage crops, so just be aware of that if you're going to go for the larger size. You will find this under trailers. Actually, that's what I say. Under trailers, that's where you'll find the tipping containers, if you've got them installed to go with the tank containers or the grain containers. But anyway, so we are just there. There we go. The RusAgroTeh PS-20B, 26,100 for the base model. So in that capacity or that capacity, it will take everything. In that capacity, it will only do your forage crops. So, like I say, it's something to be aware of. I will do that because it gives me the option. Actually, I'll try that as well. We've got wheel brand, trailer borg, and Vidhostice. No options within those, just those two. We've got mud guards, yes or no, and some mud flaps on the bottom. Main colour, we've got a dark blue or a light blue, does the main tank. Chassis colour does the chassis, you've got black or blue. And then design colour, we've got blue or orange, so that will do the top section if you've got an extension on there. We've got a license plate option on there too. 30,000 litres of total mixed ration. We do have lights on there, indicators. It's interesting because I'm in 30,000 litres. I suppose it's not too bad when you've got a high horsepower tractor. It doesn't feel particularly heavy. Unload. Nice smooth animation, not a bad unload speed as well, it's not particularly slow. There we go. The RusAgroTeh PS-20B by RusAgroTeh. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today and indeed this week. Unless we get into the weekend, which potentially we do. No maps released today. I do keep refreshing just in case, because you never know. So, last of the mods for today and this week, we've got the John Deere 6R medium frame by Chrissy136. It is 33.91 megabytes download, 27 slots on console. I've gone for a slightly different configuration, colour scheme or whatever. We've got quite a wide track wheelbase on this one. I've gone for a white sticker, sort of a special edition-ish, I guess, rather than your standard John Deere colours. Nicely made, nicely put together. with a few options to be having a look at. You will find this under vehicles, under medium tractors. It is after all the medium frame. Out on the end there, 169,500. Slot count will come down from 27 to 2. On the front we can have a 3-point with PTO. We can have the weight frame. Then we go through various different weights. The suitcase weights. Then we can have the solid block weight on there. All back to 3-point again. Then we've got 40 kilometers per hour or 50 kilometer per hour options. So at 192 horsepower, we've got the 2 speed options. Then we've got 203 horsepower, 2 options. 213 horsepower, 2 options. 234 horsepower, and I think we're back to 192. Yeah, so 234 horsepower, the highest it will go. We've got Michelin, Continental, Trelleborg, Mitas, BKT, Vidhostice, Nokian, and back to Michelin. And the Michelin we have got, so it's the narrow 2 that gives you the wider stance, wider axle width on there if you want that. Under Continental, Trelleborg, Mitas. There's not a wide one on that one. BKT, Vidhostice. The wide 2 on that, that's beefy. Nokian, just those 2, and then we're back to the start of Michelin again. We've got beacon lights. You've got beacon light left or LED, beacon light right or LED, both beacon lights, both LED. Whichever you'd rather go for. Warning signs, yes or no on the back. It's from a more EU spec type one. GPS receiver, we've got a Starfire 6000, Starfire 7000, 7000 RTK receiver or not. Roof setup, we've got a roof door, roof window, panoramic roof roof with skylight, back to the roof door. I think I'm in for that. Then we've got sticker standard, or we've got the special sticker, so white rather than yellow. Exhaust standard, chromed at the bottom, chromed all the way up. Hood statue, got the Deere on the front if you want the hood statue. Front loader attacher, you've got the John Deere version, the quick power off. Main colour, anything on that pallet at all. GPS receiver, we can change the colour of that as well. I want something that's going to stand out. That doesn't really stand out. Let's go with pink. Actually, against the red, that probably doesn't stand out either. Anyway, we can change the GPS receiver, rim colour, also anything on that pallet. Whoa, that looks weird. Isn't it weird how changing the colour of a tractor, you're so used to a particular colour of other tractors, like things like Voucher and stuff like that, you're kind of used to different colours. That just looks very strange, not in green and yellow. Anyway, and a license plate option on there too. Those are your options. Let's jump in. It's quite loud. Horn, lights. I went for the LEDs, both sides. And I went for the wider wheel track as well, but like I say, it's quite loud. Interior, very, very nice indeed. And then we do have some options for opening and closing of various different things. Under L1 there's nothing. Under R1, right stick side to side does the side window. Saw that just open and close. Up and down does the steering column, steering wheel. L1 and R1, left stick side to side does the sunroof. Not the panoramic bit, the opening skylight at the back. Right stick side to side does the door, and up and down does the rear window. And there you go. That's the John Deere 6R medium frame by Chrissy136. That's it for the mods for this week. And today, Friday the 17th of March, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.